Hey everyone, I hope you're all well and staying safe. For this video we'll be going through a unboxing of the Rosan Archer from 30 Minutes Fantasy, released by Bandai in 2025, which is the current year. Now I did pick up the Archer from HobbyLink Japan, so there will be a link to the Archer in the description below. Continuing on with my 30 Minutes Fantasy backlog unboxing. Front of the box, we have a nice shot of the Archer here. Interesting to see which silhouette it's using. I'm assuming silhouette 1. And then we have a bit more of a nice animated type CGI image of the Archer in a much more posed form. Bottom of the box, quick overview of the contents. So the silhouette and the armor parts. Obviously the job change into the Archer, and it will be using silhouette 1. Reference of the element core and some of the different job changes. In fact, that's the Rosan Knight. It's hardly a change, it's just, well, it's using this silhouette with the Knight armor, which is weird because the Rosan Knight was the second release in the entire series. Does look different with this coloured silhouette though. Top of the box, front and rear shot of the Archer, and some information about the class. I'm actually surprised that there's no real variations of the Archer. Well, there probably could be. I obviously haven't checked. I've got a lot of stuff on pre-order, so you never know these days. Anyway, box done. Time to have a look inside. And with everything out of the box, so front of the manual of the Rosan Archer, element core here being wind, just some different shots of the Archer. Now that I look at it, for some awkward reason, the colours themselves, perfect for a undead ranger. This does not bode well, but anyway. Front rear of the manual, store information, the silhouette 1, the armor cross. Once again, the Rosan Knight. I don't know why they've used that as an example. Probably just illustrates the armor with a different silhouette in some of the other Rosan Empire lineup, doing the Knight, again, the Priest and the Fighter. All in different coloured silhouettes by the looks of things. Manual is pretty much your stock standard manual, so you've got a section for the job change, your parts list, your speed assembly steps, and the slow form. So that's your standard manual. Now, as for everything else, now before I get too carried away, there are two interesting inclusions. One in the way of these little thin strips, which I suspect is to be makeshift string for the weapon, and then a instead of PVC, it's definitely probably a brass rod. So it's interesting that we get some of these things. Now, as for the runners, standard A runner, multicolor. So we've got probably what, translucent green, olive green maybe, and I'm going to say some type of dark blue. So usual A runner, usual B. Once again in that dark blue. Usual C, but this time we're actually do appear to be in a black. Usual D1 and D2 back in the blue. D2 will be some copies of D1 in addition to the hand manipulators, and then obviously the rest of D1 will have head and the main torso parts. E1 and 2 back in black, 2 just being a functional copy. 2 small Fs back to the olive green and the translucent green. Now the derivations, 1G in a nice purple. That is a very interesting piece. I thought it was a shield. It might actually be the back of the cape or something. We have an H in a very nice purple. One I in, I think it's back in that dark blue. Yeah, definitely Dark Ranger vibes. Very nice quiver. And then lastly, we have a J in a translucent green. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the unboxing of the Rosan Archer from 30 Minutes of Fantasy. I'm definitely starting to get used to some of these kits now. I've actually snipped out both the Liber and Rosan Knight at the point of recording, so I'm getting a feel for how the actual kit, well, whilst I haven't built it, at least I'm getting an understanding of how it is to be built between the silhouette and the Joel armors, and obviously snipping everything out with the 1s, 2s, the 3s and the 4s on the runners. So I'm definitely looking forward to this one. In fact, the Archer is probably going to now be, I dare say, my second favourite of the current classes after the Knight. But I'm really liking the colour scheme. As I said, if you've ever played World of Warcraft, you're probably looking at the colours and going, yeah, that's Undead Hunter through and through. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this unboxing video. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. It does help support the channel, and I do appreciate it. Extra content can be found on my Instagram account, link in the description. Otherwise, same handle as the channel. There'll be a link to the Rosan Archer at HobbyLink in the description, as well as a wider range of 30-minute missions kits between the armors, the main kits, and some other supplementary items. With that being said, stay safe and take care, and I'll catch you all in a future video. See ya.